Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to more Outhold. Now, I'm going to very quickly try and attempt to go through that level 8 build specialization challenge. Now, as you see, my grid's a little different. I'm on build set 1, which we, stopped using for, like, a long time ago. But, I saw... I had a look around to see if there was, like, a known strat for this level or anything. There's, like, no information anywhere, which, indie games, that's what happens, that's fine. But I did find somebody else who did a Let's Play by the name of Just Gaming Today. He only has 14 subscribers, so maybe go, maybe go sub to him, as thanks for, well, helping me through, work out how he did it. What he did is he went for arrow towers and slow towers, and that was it. So I'm going to attempt to do that. I have more upgrades than he did, but he did it first try. If I still find my numbers are way off, I may cut out some of the upgrades I have that he doesn't. Just to sort of bring me sort of down to the same level, because it might be a damage threshold thing where I'm doing too much damage. So explosion isn't triggering as often. Now what we did an arrow tower here, an arrow tower here, and then we did a pulse tower. And we don't use banks. We just don't. And we level up the two of these. I suppose, yeah, and that's where we're going to start. And I'm just going to hope to dear God that we get through this in a manner that makes sense. And we'll find out if we get there on the same sort of build stack he went for. Now, obviously, my arrow towers shoot a lot slower because I've got the heavy arrow upgrades on them. So mine kind of don't trigger as often. Come on, give me the tower. Give me the final tower. I want the tower. Give it to me. Thank you. You can get enchanted with slow, and you can get enchanted with light. Oh yeah, okay. So that's arrow towers, my friends. That's how you do it. Here we go, Tactician. Finally, every build challenge is done. So it turns out this is actually really easy if you just spec into arrow towers. If you would go and comment or like or subscribe to him to say thank you, that would be great, because this made this literally first try. I will link below in the description and pin a comment as well. With the video link of the one I used. But that means we have done everything that isn't the prestige mode challenges. So we're going to try and do the token limit ones. So we'll try and do the token limit ones first. So I need to complete level 1 without exceeding the given number of tokens and artifacts. So it's 100 of the early game and then nothing of anything else. So let's just go back down to nothing. I'm assuming I can't... It does let me undo those. So are these what it counts as artifacts then? I'm just going to see. If I go into like level 1, is it going to say I failed immediately? It does, because I don't... Okay, because artifacts do count. That makes sense. So I'm going to undo all of... What? Oh, these... like okay, I can undo these, but I can't undo these. Right. That makes sense. So we have exactly 100, and this is why having these the other way around is helpful. I get it. So I have 100 to play with, right? So let's do, and I can't use anything other than blues. So if I do that, I can do that, and then I've got 5 more. Is there anything else I can use that just cost me 5? That's 25. To be fair, it's level 1. I don't think we need the extra coins, so maybe we can get away without those. And I can do that. Okay. So vulnerable auto mark. Auto mark is 50 by itself, so I can have mark but not auto mark. So maybe that isn't quite as worth it. I think we're going to go in... I'm going to go in like this, with reinforced arrows up to level 3, and then maxed out arrow barrage. And hope... yeah, this is blue now, so this likes it. So we'll go in with this, and we will try and burn our way through. I'll keep auto upgrade on, and I'm going to try and do these quickly, because I can probably afford to burn through them quickly. If I can just get enough coins to get the second tower in. Maybe I was a bit enthusiastic on the speed. Maybe I can't do it at full speed. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Yeah, okay. So, maybe let's not do this at full speed. Let's just do this at, like... we'll put auto upgrade on, but let's do it at normal speed. Because the thing is, I get nothing for doing these quickly. I mean, that one definitely I can do. And 3. Those first 3 I can definitely just bulldoze through. It's anything beyond that, I think, that may cause me the problem. So I'll hold off after that wave started. And hopefully, I should, in a minute, have enough coins for the second tower. Which means I can now start the wave... I'm not going to start wave 5 early, though. Just so I don't... Because I think the acceleration is what's overwhelming these. And to be fair, this may not be the optimal way to do it. There may be a better way to do it, which is very likely. But we'll just get through to the boss. I'll put X on just at auto waves. And then hopefully we can deal enough damage to the boss to get through this. I may want to turn auto upgrade off and just go for more towers. That might be the better route to go through if we run into problems. I think we're going to run into problems. I'm going to go for more... I'm going to make sure auto upgrade is off, and I'm going to go in for more towers instead of... let's do those first 3. Arguably, I might be able to get away with 4 as well. Let's try and push 4, and then we'll try and do... It's 50 for the next one, so I'll see if I can get a 3rd tower in, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Because that might be a better solution than... Okay, accelerating there was a bad idea. Okay, do not accelerate wave 4. It will get you killed. That is what I'm learning here. Which is an important lesson. So let's just run auto wave on. And then we'll... I know I can do wave 2 and 3. But anything beyond that gets a bit iffy whether it will be doable or not. Which, you know, whatever. Right, let's do that. And then I'm hoping I can get enough for the third tower. If I failed this one, I'm probably going to go through and just do a rejig of my upgrades, because it might be a case of the upgrades aren't in the right place to get this one done. Which wouldn't surprise me. Because I did just kind of randomly pick things. There may be a more... The numbers they may have picked for this may be a bit more optimal than that. Like, there may be an actually optimal path to take. Well, I suppose I can upgrade one. And because I can afford that, so I'll do that. And then hopefully this does more damage than having just 2 upgraded does. It's getting close again. No, it's still not right there. Right. Okay, back to the upgrades then. I'm going to disable that. I'm going to do... I guess increase crit damage is probably a good one. That's an interesting one that I'd love to use, but I can't get access to it. I suppose making the boss vulnerable would be a good one, right? And then I've got 20 or so to play with. Which means I don't think I can upgrade anything except doing those 2, because I don't have like a 15 lying around, do I? So that's only... Like, I could do that, but I don't know what that might work, actually. As long as I remember to make things vulnerable, that's probably not a terrible shout. I'm wondering if there's a... There won't be a combination that lands dead on 100, I know that. Oh, yes there is. I can do that. Maybe that's what they expect you to do. So let's try that. I can do 1 and then I can't afford another one. Well, let's just, again, we'll try and accelerate through the first, like, couple waves. Just screw it. Let's just go for a full acceleration and see if we can make it. This may be a huge, huge mistake. And I think it might be. Yeah. Okay. So, I think, again, it's a 1, 2, and 3. I think 1, 2, 3, and... 1, 2, 3 definitely can be accelerated. But it's wave 4 that's the killer if you do. It doesn't give you time to... It doesn't give you time to actually catch up properly. I think that's the problem. And then we'll... wave 4 is going to come on time. I guess maybe I can try accelerating this wave, although this does feel like a mistake. But if I can get that upgrading quick enough... No. Okay, so wave 5 is just a... Yeah, don't. Just a big fat no. At all times, apparently. I suppose I could try and do 4 as well. But I just think they're coming in a bit too quick for this thing to deal with at this point. Although maybe... maybe that works. Doing all those first 4 waves at full speed. It appears to be able to keep up just... Yeah, because it's starting to push back a little here. And when this one spawns in, it'll push back even more. And I might be able to accelerate that one even. Just because it's going to be able to push that. If I do, like, some levels up... I'm not going to be able to do a third one, but I can do those 2. Maybe this will help. It's going to be really tight again, isn't it? Okay. I feel like this is doable, but it's going to be... I don't think doing the early acceleration really massively helped. I probably shouldn't have done that wave. That was probably a mistake. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Although, arguably, maybe I should go for upgrades instead of, Well, I know I can afford those 2 upgrades, right? I could technically afford one more and do another one, which pushes it... I don't really think that's massively worth it. I think I'd rather just have a 3rd tower entirely. But I think I need to get lucky on those crit damage hits. I think that's what the problem is. God, it's getting close again. Oh, it was literally a single shot away. It might be worth me putting that final tower here instead of at the front. I might even stagger the towers. Maybe that's a better idea. Just put them, like, stagger them all the way across the top instead of having them at the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do without trouble. I know that. Come on, give me the money. This one is going to be a bit... This pushes a little differently with them, like, with the towers staggered like this, though. Let's make sure those 2 are upgraded. Because I can afford 2 upgrades, so I might as well, you know. It's a question of, do I just upgrade, or do I do... I think I still get more damage by putting a new one down, right? Because it's now, like, 24 damage instead of, just another, like, plus, what, 7? Whatever it is for an upgrade, yeah. I feel like this is not going to work the same way, though. I feel like I'm just going to do less damage overall. I feel like maybe that one needs to be upgraded, not the one at the... Yeah, see, I did... Is there a better way to do this, then? I didn't mark it. I didn't mark it. Right. Right. I'm being stupid again. I keep forgetting I have access to that, the ability to mark things. I still think the 2 at the front and then a 3rd one in the middle is... Maybe a 3rd one at the back's the better idea. Yeah, let's see what we can work out. Right, come on. Dead, please. There we go. And we'll level these up as soon as I have access to it, just to speed up this bit a little bit more. And then we want to just get this through. I don't want to speed this one up because this one actually kills me if I speed it up too much. Although maybe if I do it now, I can get access to just another tower. I don't have enough to get that final one, but that should deal more damage. That might be enough. That might be what does it. Just, I should have marked it the entire time, and I didn't. Hey, there we go. It's doable. There we go. Hey, I've completed my first challenge. 3 and 3. Jesus. Okay. That gives you access to a lot. Right, 2 is 1,000, 1 gold, and 1 purple. Right, so 1 gold. Do I go for double? Do you know what? Should I stick with the arrow theme for now? 1 gold and 1 purple. But I get access to 1,000, so I can push my base damage and fire rate, like, up through the roof. Auto mark, I kind of want to do. Can't use green. I can't use any of those ones. Oh, I've spent a lot more than I thought. What? Where's all that money gone? Oh, that one cost a stupid amount. Right, right. I forgot. I forgot that one costs an actual stupid amount. I want auto mark for the extra damage. Let's do the fire rate push. I'm thinking if I do multi-shot, that's going to push me a bit high, I think. I think having that 20% is probably as high as I can go on that without causing a problem. It can increase crit damage. Crit hit goes up to 20%. Crit does 50% more damage, and that's... I've got 200 left. Well, if I do... Can I push that? I can push that all the way up, and I have 25 left. So now I've only got the 5. Which, the only thing I could upgrade then is that, right? Yeah. I'm going to go in with this as an attempt. I don't know why. Oh, I haven't used my purple yet either. Interesting. We'll do fire rate increases again. And that should be dead on what this one requires. And then we want an arrow tower there, because that's the most coverage. And then I'm going to put another one there. And I'm going to upgrade that one. I'm going to probably go for a third one here if I can get there. But we'll see how it goes. The auto mark is going to help a lot. Although maybe me doing this isn't going to be such a good... Okay. Do not accelerate all the way through this. It is a terrible idea. It is a very, very terrible idea. Right. Do you know what? I should have seen that coming. Right, let's just do a straight upgrade on this one. I'll put the other one down. Put auto wave on. I'll do an early, like, 3 waves like I did last time. But I think that may be a mistake even. It might just be an early 2. Yeah. I can't afford that 3rd wave. Okay. So I can do... Because it's, what's 50? Yeah, if I do that one just so that has better range. I can do an early first 2 waves, but if I do the 3rd one, it causes me a problem. Let's upgrade that one as well, so I have 2 upgraded ones instead of... I should be able to speed it up now, I think. I don't think that's going to help me too much. There we go. Now I've got 3 level 2s. And it's 150 for the next arrow tower, so that's kind of a bit out of my price range. What I can do is upgrade you, and then you. So now I have 2 level 3 ones. And then probably try and get that 3rd one at level 3 as well. We'll try and do that. I know I'm not getting enough for the... I'm not going to get enough for anything, though, am I? Else. I might know before the boss. I might be able to get at least one of these upgraded. Even if one more upgraded level 4, even if I don't get enough money for a 3rd one, but for 4th one, but I might try and hold out. I'm gonna get a choice, aren't I? I'm gonna put that third one down, that fourth one down, just in case I need it. I don't know if I will, but better to have it than not need it, right? Considering how this is looking tight, so I feel like I might need it. No, that's not gonna work then. I could go for it. I could go into multi-crit instead. Which might be the better option, right? I had forgotten this was here. I can push into that, which gives me 25 to work with. That gives me 30 to work with because I need the 5. Could do that, and I've still got another 80 left. That's tokens. That's not going to be massively helpful. See, this is actually kind of a tough one to push down because could argue the early. That's actually going to be really good to have up. And I got what 15 left, which means I can do that one, and anything costs 10. I feel like there is like a correct path to go down in that adds up to 1,000 dead that they probably used to test this on, or maybe there isn't. No, I don't know. Let's give this one a run. I start with a little less. So, what do I do in terms of... I still think that's the better option. To start with. But this should give me a little bit of a boost earlier on, right? So, oh, I don't think I can accelerate this at all then. Okay. Or maybe I can. Maybe I can damage boost through, like, some of it earlier on. Because, to be fair, it doesn't matter how much health you have on the boss wave. Because the boss insta-kills you anyway. Let's push for upgrades on that one. And then... Come on, give me a bit more. Push for another upgrade. I'll do an early one there, because I think I can get away with that. But I definitely feel like I need another tower now. Let's put it there, even. This might not work in my favor, even though I'm not accelerating this wave at all. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should start with these two at the back then and work forwards. Maybe that's the better start point. I can definitely do... I think I can get away with 3 early waves. But anything more than that is kind of pushing it. Alright, no, I can't get through even... Okay, I can get through 1 early wave. Well, maybe I should do this as a start point instead. Let's do that, because then I can immediately upgrade that one. I can get this one upgraded pretty quickly as well. If I can get through to the boss, I'm hoping the multi-crits just do that those extra ticks of damage I need. If I can get you in, and then I can get you upgraded as well. So that way I have that back. I might... It's not worth me going for a 4th. That 4th tower is like a killer, right? Because the cost is so not worth it at that point. I'm just going to stick auto upgrade on even. I don't think it's worth going for that 4th one. I just don't think it's... I don't think the cost is worth it. You have to obviously... Technically I could... I think I could go into lightning towers or slow towers or... Because I have a gold one, don't I? So I could push into a different tower type at this point in time. That is something I could do. So maybe that's what they're expecting you to do. Instead of going down like the multi-crit or double arrow route. Which, we'll have a look at that. If I fail again this time, I'll probably spec into a different tower. Because I don't know what else I can do really at that point. Because I think Fire Race was killing me right now, right? And I know Lightning's kind of brokenly powerful, so if I can spec into Lightning, it might be worth just shoving a Lightning Tower down there. Yeah, no, not play again. I'm so used to hitting that button. If I unspec out of that and spec into Lightning, let's just spec back through to the middle again quickly. Just so I'm using like the bare minimum that's required to get here. We should be like that, right? Jumps up. I think you're supposed to use lightning on this one, right? Because there's so many, like that, one of those waves, there's just so many things in it. Damage loss. Chance to crit. I think it wants us to use arrow towers as well, so maybe that's the right method to go for. Let's do that, because that costs me, like, nothing. I can do base damage up. Shock therapy. That's kind of... do you know, that's kind of expensive. But having the ability to stun things is really good. If I can push damage up to like there, but I don't know if that's really worth it. Because I do want those, right? I should probably make sure I do have those. I guess I could push into... Let's do 10% in exploited. That brings us up to a round number. So I feel like it doesn't matter what I do, that 3 is never going to impact anything at the end of the day, so I should have that on. Because it's never going to hurt me. I mean, that's just all crit damage, isn't it? But... And I've got 15 left. Is there anything that costs 15? It's 10. I can increase the amount of tokens I get. But I'm not really worried about tokens at this point. I can do that. Maybe that's what they wanted me to do? I mean, arguably, you could even pull that one out of there and put it in there. It wouldn't make much difference. Base fire rate damage range of 10 to 20. Yeah, that's... I think I'm going to go for that. And then we're going to put... I can't even afford it. I'm going to put an arrow tower here. And then I'm going to use the early wave to get me a lightning tower. But I'm not going to start pushing too much further forward, just because I know this thing's not going to be that great early on. And I'm dead already. Okay, so maybe don't accelerate at all then. Which is an interesting turn of events. Because this thing, I know lightning towers are really good, but I'm like, do they require like a significant amount of upgrades to get them to the point that they're that good? Because yeah, they start with 2 jumps. And their benefit is that they can do a lot of jumping once they're leveled. But it's getting them there first, right? I mean, it's still good, especially with the... Maybe I should come out with the stun effect ones. Maybe they're not worth it. Let's put another arrow tower down and give that another level 1 upgrade. I kind of want to put down a second lightning tower even. I feel like that's going to help quite a lot, that as like a gatekeeper thing. Great, let's put an arrow tower at the front, and then we can sort of heavy up this side of the board a bit more. I feel like that thing's going to be the one that's going to hit the most, just because of where it is. Is it 100, 150? Yeah. Let's do that. Because the fact that these can stun it could hold this in place long enough that I get lucky. But the problem is, once it gets round here, I'm kind of sunk because I've got nothing to defend it. Yeah. Okay. That hasn't really worked out. That one's tough. We're on level 2, and we've already hit a brick wall, folks. We're doing well. These ones are definitely going to be a lot more puzzly. They're going to obviously get easier as we go up the grid. Because I'm going to get access to more and more things. Look, get green one next level. But when do I get access to an artifact? Not until level 5? I suppose that kind of makes sense. Should I ever go the... Do I ever go the prestige mode for level 1? I think we'll call it here, because it's been like half hour. I'll have to have a look at this and see if I can come up with a better way to do this, because I've clearly not got the right strat on. I definitely think lightning's the way to go, though, because you've got so many enemies, but I guess I just need to... But, like, it's 250 to increase the jump count any more than that. So maybe lightning isn't the cool... Maybe the stun route is the wrong way to go. Like, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I should be focusing more on vulnerability to help deal with the... Because vulnerability is the thing that takes down bosses quick, right? Because they just take so much more damage. So maybe I should be focusing on that even. I don't know. But I think I will call it there anyways, like I said. And then we'll try again in the next episode. So, have fun, everyone.